What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eric from Easy Computer Solutions, and today, guys, I got some special guests in the building. Well, I was supposed to have about 3 or 4 guests, but they haven't came aboard yet. But I got the man with the plan, Zillia, in the building. What's up with you, Zillia?
Yeah, how you doing, Easy? How's everyone else doing? It's 2 a.m. over here. 2 a.m. You know, I must love you to be on here at 2 a.m.
Right. Oh, wow. So let me go ahead and hype up the stream so I can see. And I should have did all this before I started this. So shame on me for not doing this. But let me go ahead and get to the good part, which I can see the live chat. If you're just coming aboard, welcome to the live stream. We do this every Wednesday, and y'all guys know I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. But I got my man Zillia in the building. I was supposed to have 2 other special guests. They may join later on, but the show still must go on. I want to see what's up to everybody. I see y'all guys popping in the building. Yes. All right. Let me turn this off. Let me get back to this here. Just a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm getting notifications. That means we are live. All right, so we got Zillia in the building. Yes, I see y'all guys coming aboard, and we always do roll call, but we're gonna wait a while and see if we get make sure everybody can have an opportunity to come aboard. I mean, right now it's like it's tech season right now. You know, we had like a dry time when we had devices like the OnePlus 5 that was like dry time. So now we got you know, the Galaxy Note V30, possible Pixel. Then we got T-Mobile talking about some good stuff. So we gonna get all that in here today, underneath the sun tonight on Wednesday Night Tech Talk Live. All right, Zillia. Man, you are the case guy, man. I tell you what, you just dropped these 4K videos with all these cases and stuff. You got the Galaxy Note 8 dummy unit and all that stuff. What's going on with all these nice cases that's going on with you?
I'll tell you what's going on with them. I'm just working on a video while I'm on the stream.
Wait a minute, Zillia. I can't hear you, bud. Did you turn off your volume?
No. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Oh, whatever you did, Zillia, you got to reverse it.
Can you hear me?
Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. It's my fault, Zillia. I turned the volume off. That's my fault. You say something?
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
can
yeah.
You hear me now?
Yeah. I can hear you, Zillia. What I did was I turned the volume down on my computer. That's why I couldn't hear. I can hear you. All right. Go ahead on and tell us what you're working on your YouTube channel.
Right now, I'm working on a Spigen case video. 15 of Spigen's cases, their entire lineup. And it's taken 2 hours to upload the thing so far.
Because you didn't came into the 4K era. So welcome to the 4K era when you got files is about 9 gigs long when you're trying to do 20 and 25-minute videos.
Yeah, if you see me on the screen, it looks like I'm looking up at the ceiling. I'm not. I'm looking at my monitor screen while I'm doing the stream. So you'll see me look up and down like a crazy.
So, yeah, that's the same thing I'm doing. I actually got the webcam pointing at me, and I have my computer down here, and so I look up and down every now and then. All right, so let's go to get okay. So you working on Spigen cases and UAG cases and stuff like that?
Yeah, and Ringkey, Elixir, Caseology, VRS, Tech 21. I need to get the official cases. Right. I just get asked by too many people to do these things. So, yeah, it's just one of them things.
And the thing about it is, all those cases are available on Amazon.com.
Yep, eBay or Amazon.
Cool. All right, so let's go to do a formal roll call. I always try to do this roll call, give everybody shots out that join us in the stream. Right now in the stream, we got Don in the building. We got Miguel in the building. Mr. Chicago, we got him in the building. We got Tech for Your Needs in the building. What's up with you, Lewis? Yes, we got John in the building. Yo, what's up with you? I see y'all guys joining the stream, and y'all know how we do it. We do it easy style every Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. And so I want to say, what's up to Trent Stone in the building? Jason is in the building. I see you in the building. Yeah, so I like to always do my roll call as we get along with this Tech Talk every Wednesday night. Now, the hot news of the day. Let's get into the hot news of the day, and that is T-Mobile. And T-Mobile has did something that kind of got us all weird right now. Let's talk about T-Mobile. Let's see. So T-Mobile just announced Netflix on us. All right. And starting September 12th, T-Mobile One customers. Now you have to be on the T-Mobile One customers. It always got to be a catch to this, guys. If you grandfathered in on the old plans, you got to switch your plans to the T-Mobile One. But here's what T-Mobile is doing. If you got at least 2 lines on the T-Mobile plan, or if you on the unlimited 55 plan, you get this Netflix on me, on us. Now, it may sound good. Obviously, we know that the standard Netflix is $9.99, or you could get the premium Netflix for $11.99, and which includes Ultra HD and HDR. But what I've been hearing is that, and I want y'all guys to see this part right here, T-Mobile has confirmed that Netflix HDR is available to T-Mobile customers with a HDR compatible phone like the Galaxy Note 8, including customer plans that has a 480p streaming. All right. So look like, and maybe I had misread it earlier, but so yes, it's saying that it does have HDR included. But the 480p, now you see that 480p, we got to make sure we understand that, because you may get routed to 480p. But if you have an HDR compatible phone such as a Galaxy Note 8, I believe you can see it in high resolution. And I think everybody else is going to have to watch this at 480p. So what you think about this? You heard anything about this, TechZilla?
I've heard a little bit about it there. We don't get that in the UK. What we get is, on my carrier, we get Apple Music for 6 months.
Okay. Yep. So this is all new news. It was released. I actually watched a video about it, and yeah, but this is supposed to be hot if you are a T-Mobile customer. Now, T-Mobile, listen, one thing that I'm liking about T-Mobile is that they are doing the thing. I mean, God, I mean, John Legend, even though a lot of people don't like the throttling and stuff like that, but man, at least they doing something. And that's what I like about it. You know, so, hey, shouts out to T-Mobile that every time they have these uncarry events, they're always doing something special and spectacular. So let's see what it's all about. Let's see. I want to say shouts out to Kobe Hopper's in the building. Samsung Shield is in the building. Let's see. And Timothy is in the building. I see you in the building. Robin Ray is in the building. So he's saying Note 8, S8, V30, G6 are HDR compatible. And I think what happened is everybody else is going to get 480p. So I look like it is what it is. We got to see. What's your thoughts about this? I mean, would you watch Netflix in 480p?
No, let me jump in here, actually. I don't think, from what I've heard, the S8 or the Note 8, Netflix haven't made that HDR yet, from what I've heard.
Okay.
They've done the LG phones, but they haven't done Samsung ones yet. But okay. In 480p, I wouldn't bother watching it. Yeah. I just, no way I'll do it.
Right. So I guess Don in the comments saying that he's not getting any sound. And let's go ahead and give a thumbs up, guys, if you're hearing sound and audio and video. Let's make sure the audio and video is good. Give us a thumbs up to make sure everything is good. Also, if you are new to the YouTube channel, go ahead on and hit the subscribe button and also the thumbs up. All right, so we got Jimmy Promo in the building. I sent you out a link so you could join us. If you want to check the email, I sent you the link straight to your email if you want to join into the live broadcast, Jimmy. All right, so everybody say I'm getting people saying that thumbs up. Yes, thumbs up. Mikael, Mark Teaser in the building. They all say everything looks good. All right. So, right, in 480p, a lot of people are upset about 480p, but you know what? T-Mobile and all the rest of the carriers, they are doing that now. They offer you like, what is that? YouTube for free, right? But you got to stream it at 480p. Now, 480p really, on a small phone, if you got a 1080p phone, it may look okay. But when you're looking at it on Quad HD phones, it actually don't look that good. So what's your thought? Do you watch YouTube in
Nah,
480p?
no way. Even on a 1080p screen, it doesn't look good. You
Right,
just see
yeah.
these big, massive pixels all over the screen. It just, I can't even stand watching my own videos when I've just uploaded them at 480p. It's no way, no way. Okay, listen, it doesn't cost much for Netflix in the first place. So for
Right,
me, I don't care. I won't bother with that
right,
offer. You know what I mean? I don't see the point in it personally.
right. So, I mean, but you know what? The good thing about it is, just say you was, at work. And I mean, you sit down, you got a desk job. I mean, you're doing overnight shift, right? You want to binge watch like Shooters, right? I mean, I've been binge watching Shooters, right? Or Narcos. The new season of Narcos is out. So this, say, for instance, you want to binge watch that.
Me, I would have downloaded it all beforehand.
Yeah.
Just take it on the room, onto my phone, and then watch it like that. When I went to hospital for my operation, I had 2 phones with me, and I downloaded everything I wanted to watch on my phones, from Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Google Movies, everything. So I didn't have to rely on Wi-Fi or nothing.
Yeah, and that's so weird that I did the same thing when I was on a plane, taking my long flight to New York. I was binge watching everything, and I just downloaded it because on Netflix you can download everything, and that's the glory about Netflix. And even if you had, other sources that you could download product like movies and stuff like that, it's all good. It's all good. So, yep.
I mean, it's probably for the greater good, isn't it?
Well, the thing about it is, if you think about this, okay, so if it's free and you can watch it at 480p and you want to watch, like 6 hours or 7 hours of, binge watching Netflix, right? Or YouTube, it don't hurt your data. And that might, some people that have 1 gig, 2 gigs of data, this may come into play. Most of us got, some of us got unlimited data and stuff like that. But some people that has 1 gig or 2 gigs a month of data, just streaming Netflix, it's a good deal for them. You think about it, a lot of people, and they do have a lot of people that don't even have Netflix. So it gives them the opportunity to see Netflix. So it's a win for Netflix also. So if you only had like maybe 1 or 2 gigs of data, then this is a win for you, So that works. I think people will watch it at 480p if they don't want to burn through data,
Yeah, it's a possibility. It's just the way I roll, and how a lot of the people I know they just wouldn't bother with it. Me at work, I would never have a chance to watch anything on my phone. You know how it is when you're working. But yeah, I
Right.
get it. If you've got low data usage, like you've only got 1 or 2 gigs, yeah, you need that 480p. You need it. Something's better than nothing, I suppose. That's the way I look at it.
Right, and that's the thing, the thing about it is, when I look, as me and you do YouTube, and we do these case reviews and we do phone reviews and stuff like that, I always think about, okay, will a person spend $1,000 on a phone? As we get ready to talk about the Galaxy Note 8, and a lot of people would say no. I just can't afford $1,000. So, when you look at people that really want compatible devices or something like that, but they just can't pay for it. And some people just won't pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Then you say, well, things like what T-Mobile is doing, it's going to impact the big time. All right, so think about this. If you're on Sprint, right, and you got John Legend got all these uncarrier moves going on, right? And you say, you know what, Sprint ain't doing nothing for me. Let me go on and let John Legend pay for my device, pay for me to get out of the plane, and I'm gonna get everything underneath the sun. It works out great that way.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. That makes sense. It does make sense. But like I say, in the UK, it's different, because we only get offered Apple Music for 6 months. We don't get Netflix offers. We used to have T-Mobile in the UK. Then they got bought out by my carrier, EE, who's the biggest one here. And they only offer us Apple Music for 6 months, but that includes all the data as well.
Yeah, that's weird. So let's change gears here. Let's talk about our favorite phone of all times, the Galaxy Note 8. The Galaxy Note 8. What you think about the Galaxy Note 8? Woohoo!
Damn, man, I like that skin.
Yeah.
I like that skin.
That's it. That's the only way to do it, man. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah, let's talk about the Samsung. The Samsung. This is what Samsung have got me doing, man. They're using this plastic crap.
Oh, by the way, for everybody that is a dummy unit that Zillia has, and they've been doing that for his case reviews and stuff like that. So, hey, look, I went to the Samsung event, right? And I tell you, I was absolutely amazed holding that device, playing around with the device and stuff like that. What's your thoughts? And everybody know my thoughts about the Galaxy Note 8. What's your thoughts about the Galaxy Note 8? Is it a win or a bust?
Well, 100% it's a win. But there are some things I would like to have seen them do with the Note 8 that the S8 doesn't have. You know, like put dual speakers in there. You know, make the earpiece one. Make the amp better in the headphone jack. Now, I know people are saying the battery's near enough as good as the S8 Plus because it's more optimized and stuff. But my argument is, if you're going to optimize it, why reduce the battery size?
Yeah,
I know why they've done it. I would have put it personally, made it a little bit thicker, and made the battery 4,000 milliamp hours, because then you get 2 days, no problem, out of the device. Other than that, I mean, it's going to sell in its millions. There's no way it's not going to sell. It doesn't. People who buy a Note don't really care if it's dual speaker or not. People who buy a Note, they don't care about a lot of things. They need the S Pen. In the UK, like I said, we've been waiting, what, 3 years since the Note 4. So many people are telling me now they're upgrading from their Note 4 to the Note 8.
Yeah.
It's the S Pen. It's the S Pen. It's the one phone that can do things that nothing else can do.
Right. So I just got trying to get JWill on. He didn't know the time of the stream, so I'm trying to get him on, and he just hit me up and said what time the stream was for. So I'm trying to get JWill on. He's also a special guest that I have here tonight. Let me send him the email again. But yeah, I mean, I really like. But look, I want to get JWill on because he's done his battery test, and he's getting 7.5 hours of screen on time. So I want to get him on so he can explain. And he was saying that the battery life is really good. So let's see if we can get him on.
Yeah, I'm a bit dubious though about, because I think the Snapdragon this year is actually better than the Exynos.
Okay.
And I know people find that hard to believe, but I've got the Exynos S8 Plus and I've got the Snapdragon S8 Plus.
Right.
And the Snapdragon version gives me 2 hours more screen on time than the Exynos.
Yeah, and you know what I think what's going to happen is most of us that's getting, and I know I got me one, and it's the unlocked version with nothing on it, no bloatware and all that stuff like that, right? I think that's going to be awesome, just plain awesomeness, because, and we're talking about this in our Telegram groups about the unlocked versions, because you're not going to get no carrier bloat, no AT&T, no Verizon, no T-Mobile, none of that crap on this device. You're going to get fairly free. And I know you've been talking about it in the Telegram groups also, that you're getting better battery life, faster processing speed, and everything else when you get all unlocked versions. That correct?
Yeah, definitely. I never buy carrier phones. I haven't done in about 4 years.
Shouts out to Richard. He's in the building. Shouts out to everybody that's joining the building. Rob Pounce is in the building. Wise Guys is in the building. I see a lot of people that's popping up in the stream. Welcome to the live stream. And I got a couple of guests that's supposed to be coming on. I got Tech Zillia on here right now, and we talking about the Galaxy Note 8. Now, let me ask you a question. Now, next week, we getting this iPhone event. And wow, man, do you think that what the Galaxy Note 8 and what Samsung is doing, getting these devices in people's hands, man, this is a smart move by Samsung, right? I mean, a very smart move by Samsung to get these devices in people's hands early. And then not only that, but dropping the prices of the Galaxy S8, 8 Plus. I mean, it's a win-win for Samsung all the way around. Now, we got to see what Apple go do. I mean, because if Samsung selling a Galaxy Note 8 for under $900, I mean, you get all kinds of deals and special buy one, get ones and everything underneath the sun. Will Apple do the same thing? That's going to be the big question.
Nah, I can tell you now, Apple won't do that. Apple, wow. I've never seen Apple discount anything. Even the iPhone 7 Plus, I don't know how much it is in the States, but in the UK, it still costs the same as it did a year ago.
Right. And you know, the thing about it is the strategy that Samsung is using. I mean, listen, what I'm saying is, like, I never saw Samsung do this before. I mean, you think about this. You go all the way back to the Galaxy S6, right? Those devices is being supported. The Galaxy S7, the Galaxy Note 5, the Galaxy S7 Edge, all these devices getting supported, big massive support from Samsung, which is, to me, is unheard of. I mean, when do Samsung ever support legacy devices this long?
Well, let me jump in there. My Note 4 is running on the August security patch.
Wow.
And Samsung send an update once a month to the Note 4. And that's 3 years old. 3 years.
So you think Samsung is doing a turnaround here? I mean, you know, Samsung has been criticized for a long time for not supporting their devices, not updating their devices, not giving out security patches. I mean, laggy TouchWiz. Well, it used to be TouchWiz. Now Samsung did a turnaround. Think of the strategy. I mean, a month and a half before the Galaxy Note 8 drops, the Galaxy S7, the Galaxy S8, 8 Plus price dipped big time, 20-25% or higher. Then the Galaxy Note 8 was supposed to hit stores on the 15th. All of a sudden now the Galaxy Note been popping up in people's houses last week. I mean, yesterday, a ton of people been posted all on Twitter and social media saying that the Galaxy Note 8 was popping up. That is a win-win for Samsung because they are committed to get these devices in people's hands, unlike LG, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes. But man, I think it's a win-win for Samsung. What you think?
Well, I think personally, what I think is happening is the drop in price of the S8 and the S8 Plus is to mess with people like LG, Huawei, OnePlus, HTC, and releasing the Note 8 early is to screw up Apple's plans. That's why I think they've done it. They've done a double whammy because in Europe, the LG V30 is going to be what, €1,000? They're saying.
Woo!
Right? No way is anyone going to buy a V30 in Europe for €1,000. I don't care. The Note 8 will cost less than that, and the S8 Plus and the S8. Why would you get a V30?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and that's weird, very, very weird. And you know, as we talk about Samsung and the good strategy move they're making, I mean, think about just the opposite with LG, right? I mean, isn't LG doing just the opposite at this point?
My issue with LG is they think, let's ramp the price up of a product that'll entice people to buy it. But the same thing happened with the G6. A month later, it'll drop in half this value straight away. Then people start buying it.
Right.
The problem is these other OEMs, they keep on trying to follow what Apple do, what Samsung do. That formula doesn't work for them, and they need to move away from it. You know, I'm hoping Huawei doesn't go down that avenue as well. But from what I'm hearing, The Mate 10 is going to be a premium priced handset, and it's going to hit them hard. I don't even think the Pixel's going to sell at all. Really, I don't feel it. I think you got the iPhone will sell in its millions, whether it's good or bad. The Note 8 will sell in its millions. The S8 Plus is already sold in its millions, and it's going to keep on selling, especially at the price point it's at now. That's it. Who else is going to sell? Right. I mean, the Pixel, they're going to drop the Pixel in at what? Probably $900, $1,000. And it's going to be too little, too late.
Right. It's, man, I tell you, the thing about it is, if you look at what LG did, I mean, they came out with a keynote address, last month, right? Right at the end of the month on the 30th or whatever, right? And now we're hearing the device is not coming out until mid-October? I mean, Apple's going to have these devices in stores, on the 20th, maybe the 20th or the 25th of September. And I mean, so where does the LG V20, lead up in this conversation? I mean, would they really impact the market? I mean, God.
Nah, the V30 is dead in the water. Before it even comes to market, it's dead. It's dead. Don't get me wrong. It's probably a very good device, but it isn't gonna. They've released it too late. This is always their biggest problem. They're releasing it too late. All
right, so we got JWill, special guest JWill is just popped up in the stream, trying to get you. Been trying to get you on for a minute. So what's up, JWill? You there, man? Still in the building.
What's going on, Tech Zilla, Eric, everybody in the stream? What's going on,
y'all? Yes. So y'all guys know, everybody in these streams know who you are, Mr. JWills. And I was trying to get Jimmy on. I sent him an email, and I also sent him the link so he can join. So he can join the stream also. We invited him in, so I sent him an email. Hopefully we can get him to join. I see him in the comments. I wanted to get him in. I sent you the link, Jimmy. If you could check the email, you got the link there. All you gotta do is click the link and come aboard anytime you want to. All right. So JWill, as we talk about the Galaxy Note 8 and some of the woes of the LG V30, I see you've been posting a lot of pics on your social media, sir. Let us know what's going on with the cameras and the battery life. I've been seeing you've been posting a lot of stuff like that with your Galaxy Note 8.
Well, I can tell you, I don't need to wipe off my lens. Like some people say, wipe off the lens, man. You got to wipe off that lens. Something's wrong with your lens, something's wrong with your camera, and I'm like, nah, there's nothing wrong with the camera. I'll wipe it off though. I'll shoot several. I think the Galaxy Note 8 is beast mode, man. Beautiful cameras. I did an extended video today with the front and rear cameras. Beautiful, fantastic cameras. Fantastic cameras.
And also the battery life. I seen you posting 7 hours screen on time.
Yeah, it actually equated to a little bit more than that, but I wasn't going to keep taking screenshots and posting them. At 15% left, and I think like 18 or 19 hours, I had 7 hours and like 12 minutes. But I think I topped off at about 7 hours and 40 minutes or something like that, I think it was, of screen on time. I was in another stream earlier. Shout out to Technically T. He said he's going to pop over here too, man. I think he's still live streaming. They were talking about the battery life on the Note 8 and how everybody says that it's too small. But I think Technically T, he made a good point. When you think about it, it's just 200 milliamps. It's not going to make that much difference, and people are really dwelling on that. But I think it's the people who don't have the phone. That's always how it is. The people who don't have the products, who don't buy all the products and get all the products like we do, they don't understand, battery life is going to be different for everybody. And the Note 8 has fantastic battery so far for me, man. I've gotten over 7 hours of screen on time on each charge. So it's looking like it's pretty good. It's about optimization, though. Some people think that it's because of the RAM, and but I'll just let people do all that talk. Firsthand experience, it's running like a champ.
Well, I think one of the things that always happens when these releases come out. Now, the crazy thing about it, us YouTubers, we've been talking about this Note 8 and the price of the iPhone. We've been talking about this for months now. I mean, everybody in the tech industry, even on I've seen it on like Forbes News and stuff like that, right? I mean, I've seen it all over the place about the price of the device. But here's the thing. Through marketing of Samsung, they have done some unique things. You do not have to spend $1,000 on the Note 8. They got so many deals out there right now. I mean, from T-Mobile to Samsung to everything. Even if you wasn't a Note 7 user, they still got $300 deals here. Buy one, get one free over here. I mean, it's all over the place. So if you spent $900 on a Galaxy Note 8, shame on you. I'm sorry. If you spent $960 on a Galaxy Note 8, shame on you. Because
I'm tired of people making jokes, man, about the Galaxy Note 7. That is so old.
Oh my God!
People they're posting it on my videos. Oh, is it gonna blow up and all this other nonsense, man?
I hate that stuff.
Don't you hate it, man? I told everybody Samsung got shafted, man. Somebody set them up. There's no way that they will fall to something like that. It's unfortunate, but the haters are gonna hate. There's just silly people making those stupid comments that don't even have it, will never buy it, and they're just sitting on the sidelines. I just keep deleting all those comments from my videos because they keep posting it on there. Oh, is it gonna blow up? It's a horrible buy. It's a stupid phone, but that's just nonsense, man. That phone is, whatever happens, happens. But it's a tight phone, and I think a lot of people might be intimidated by it because some people want Samsung to fail, which is, I don't understand why that would be, at least based on the way they show themselves online. They want Samsung to fail, or they just have this personal vendetta against Samsung. But I'm glad that we all on this stream, we all get to get all of the phones, you know what I'm saying? So we get to experience them all. But I'm tired of all those stupid Note jokes, man. It's played out, man.
Yeah, it's way old. They need to stop that. It's a year later now. Just give it up.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I was so upset this past. I think I did it on my live stream Saturday, and somebody made that comment about the Note 7. I'm like, oh my God, can we like this? It was funny a year ago, all right, but now, no.
Yep, it's not funny anymore. Totally not funny. I don't see the point of people doing it either. It's really getting annoying to me. So I'm a fanboy of whatever I'm reviewing. You know how they do us. Now I'm a Samsung fanboy, and I hate LG and I hate Apple. The routine, the routine is kind of funny, man. It's kind of funny how it goes down, but it's just what it is. The Note 8, hey, I give props where it's due. Right now, I don't have any problems with it, man. I'm not saying 3 months from now I won't have a problem. I don't know. I'm just trying to enjoy it right now. I don't really care about what people think are going to happen. The Note 8 is good, man. It is good.
Yeah. When I put my hands on it, man, as soon as I put my hands on it, I was like, woo, 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 man, woo, woo. That's all I say is like, oh boy. I'm sending out links again to Jimmy so he could join the stream. I've seen him send me an email. He's trying to join the stream, so I'm trying to get him aboard here so he can be on here. So, what's your thoughts about the latest T-Mobile thing? I mean, with the this uncarrier event, Netflix on Us. What you think about that, Jay?
I think it's a trick. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. It's a trick, like it's not like what you think it is. Like, so in order to get the, because a lot of us have, and that guy who asked that question about the HDR10, he's actually right. And in order to get that, you have to be on the Plus for T-Mobile. So ultimately, John Ledger eventually said, okay, what we're trying to do is trying to get everybody on T-Mobile One Plus. T-Mobile's not a stupid company. They changed the industry a lot. It's because of them that we're going down this road, I say. But at the same time, they're going to make money. So the deal that they got with Netflix, they're actually profiting on it, even though they're telling us it's free. Netflix makes a profit. T-Mobile makes a profit. And it appears that we're getting something for free. But in actuality, these companies really don't care about the cell phone, the buy one, get one free. They need us to pay our cell phone bill. That's how they survive. So a lot of people should, look at this Netflix deal, and you have to switch to T-Mobile One. If you want HDR10 viewing, you have to switch to the T-Mobile One Plus. And these are all ways to get more money out of the consumer. And if it's good for a consumer, yeah, it's great. I already have a Netflix account. And I'm on T-Mobile One, but I'm on, that's not that you got to be on a family plan. You got to have at least 2 phones. There's a lot of stipulations there. So when you think about it, it's just a way to continue to grow T-Mobile financially through the customer base. And that's their job, is to make money off of us. You know, if they can do it, you know, if they can get a customer to do it, they're going to do it. So that's just what it is. I sign up for it if I was a customer. Like if I was going to do Netflix, I wouldn't sign in. I wouldn't sign up on it. But that's just me. I would just do Netflix separately.
Right. So we got a special guest that's coming on aboard. Welcome to Jimmy. How you doing, sir?
Hey, what's up?
Man,
what's up, buddy? How are you?
All right, this is great. Good to meet you. I know we've been kind of emailing each other back and forth to try to get you on this live stream. Finally got you. So for everybody that followed me on this stream, follow this YouTube channel, we got Jimmy's promo is in the building. I watch your channel a lot. So for everybody, introduce yourself. Woo-hoo-hoo! Go to let everybody know who you are.
Yeah, that's me, man. Yeah, Jimmy is promo, and I got a channel, basically just tips and tricks, tutorials, how-tos. I do a little bit of reviews and unboxings of products, and just hit the 60,000 subscribers this morning.
Woo! Congratulations to you. 60,000.
Thank you.
See, I'm a small YouTube channel. When I grow up, I want to be just like you, man.
I'm trying to grow up.
I actually saw your video, which you did with the Note 1, and I have the Note 1, and I see with the Note 1, the Note 4, and the Note 8, and you were comparing the S Pens and stuff like that. Man, that's great, man. I was like, wow, that's what I'm talking, because I was going to do a video like that. Because, see, I got the Note 1, Note 2, Note 3, Note 4, I got all the notes. So I was like, yeah, you know, I'm going to do a video like you beat me to the punch. I mean, my Note 8 is not coming out till tomorrow, so I got my full shipping. I'll be waiting on the UPS man with milk and cookies in my hand. So I'll be like, hey man, hey, I got the milk and cookies over here, man. Come on, man. Go give me that Note 8.
Yeah, man. No, I like it. I love it, man. Here's the thing though, is, you know, I'm a huge advocate for Samsung. I mean, it's most of the devices that I've ever used. But when it comes to, you know, the Galaxy S series and the Note series, I'm just a Note guy. I mean, the thing is once you use the S Pen, you really just never go back. It's similar to if you have a vehicle that has the motor seat. It's similar if you have a rear camera, if you have the sunroof. You know, once you get used to those things, you never go back to not using it. And you know, some people say like they don't use it every day. If you do use it, you're going to want to use it. You know, the same thing with insurance. I use the cars for analogies all the time. It's like, you know, you don't use your insurance every day, but the moment you need to use it, you got it.
And that's the whole thing. And look, I'm a huge Note fan. I actually use the S Pen every day. I probably, just like you, just like some of the other guys here, I probably be the only one that's changing tips. I actually have to change tips on my S Pen because I wear it down. That's how much I use my Note device. And not only that, but I'm glad I put screen protectors on them. I use glass screen protectors on them. I think I would have, like the coating that's on the phone, I think I would be to strip that off the way I use the S Pen. So
yeah, man, yeah, it's good. I mean, I just use it way too much. I mean, the Smart Select and the fact that I can just translate websites just by hovering an S Pen over a screen. I mean, it's not just a stylus. You know, this thing is a smart pen. So I'm just a huge fan.
So as we was talking about the great things that's the marketing that Samsung is doing, we touched base a little bit on the LG V30. What is wrong with LG? What's your thoughts on LG? What is they like sitting around the round table and saying, we don't care about the mobile division anymore. We're just gonna put out a good phone, but we're not gonna you know, market it, or we're not gonna bring it out on time. And
LG is, you know, it's really hard to play a game with two really huge players. But the biggest thing is how much money Apple and Samsung puts into their R&D. I mean, their research and development, you know, they make enough sales, and then they also bring a lot more money back into the company, which creates the great product. I mean, marketing has a big deal to do with it, but once you actually have a good phone and a good product, it's going to sell. And then people are going to keep getting it and keep getting it. So honestly, you know, they would just have to pretty much put more into their R&D is probably my guess with that one.
And you know, the bad thing about it is that the LG G6 is a fantastic device. I like the LG G6. I gave it, a lot of us tech reviewers gave it good reviews. It's a fantastic device. I like it, but it didn't sell. I mean, look at the quarterly results. I mean, what they lost millions of dollars in the mobile division. And the keynote address that they had, which was on the 30th, was fantastic. I mean, I was pumped up at the V30. I liked the direction, you know, and stuff like that. And then we hearing that the V30, $750, which, you know, hey, that's the price. But the time that is being released, that is the nail biter right there. Like, wow, I mean, it's going to take you a month and a half for this phone to come out. I mean, you got to be kidding me at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the thing is, too, is you got to think about the best times to do your launches. And Samsung actually does it at the best time. And also, too, Apple does it as well, too, because they only do, you know, one launch a year. So the best times to really do it, you know, when you think of it as an investor side of things, because I was in the investing game for quite a while too, is, you know, when are they going to release a product? What is it going to help me for the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter? So when you think about Samsung, they do it at the perfect times, which is March. March is usually when they do the press release of the Galaxy S series. So you have January, February, March, which is your first quarter. And if it does come out in March, then you just have your first quarter sales going through. Then right after that, you got your April, May, and June. And then you're still able to sell it strong through the second quarter because it's still a new device. Then you got July, August, September. So here's September. It's the last month of the third quarter. So now you're able to hit the third quarter with a brand new phone right out of the gate. Going into the fourth quarter again, that would be able to sell through the fourth quarter for all the investors. And then you got the holiday season. And then you got Apple, who's doing it in September, which is the point where it's the last month of the third quarter, which is going to increase significantly with Apple for the third quarter of the year, going into the fourth quarter with some heavy, strong sales. And then you also got the holiday season. So, you know, timing is a big deal. And so when it comes to also investors and people who, you know, are also buying a product that they're investing in, you know, that's one of the things of timing of releasing a phone. And Samsung's doing it in March and September, hitting all four quarters.
Yep. And for TechZilla, I tell you, what do you think in the UK? You think anybody is going to invest any money in the LG V30? Then right around the corner, you got CES going to hit right in January. You got all slew of new devices. In the UK, what are they saying out there? I mean, are they going to buy this device or what?
They probably don't even know about this device in the UK. They don't know. They don't know. All they know here is Samsung, Apple, Samsung, Apple. That's it. They don't. HTC a little bit, but that's about it. You got the geeks. Well, I don't want to like saying geeks, but some people buy Huawei phones or whatever, but mostly Samsung, Apple. And
I mean, I think that LG is the wrong move. You think about October. Man, October is so close to the end of the year. I mean, in January, we hearing rumors that that Samsung is coming out with the Galaxy S9 early. So that might hit in February. So, I mean, would you invest in that? And not, I mean, think about this. Would you buy a V30 for $750 over a Galaxy S8, which you can buy that device for $550, or the 8 Plus, you can get it for $670, which is going to be almost $100 cheaper than the V30.
No. I'm waiting for the new phones to come out, the new chipsets and everything. When the S9 comes out, I'm getting it straight. You know, I've been using a OnePlus 5 as my daily driver, but I'm not even interested in what OnePlus is bringing out now. I'm not worried about what HTC are bringing out. I'm not really interested. I'm not even that interested in the iPhone 8. I'll be honest with you. To
so
me, it looks like a toy. It looks like a toy.
So you just mentioned the OnePlus 5 as your daily driver. Woo! What's your thoughts on that device? I mean, what is it about the OnePlus 5 you like?
Well, I'm working on my review on it because I've given it a chance, you know, a few months of use.
I hope Albert isn't in here, man. I hope Albert isn't here.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know.
In all honesty, it's not a bad device, but I can't live. The difficulty I'm having is that screen. I know
1080p.
I know people say you can't tell the difference. You can tell the difference. I don't care what anyone says. If you
I
got,
agree.
I can see clearly the difference. If I put my HTC U11 against it, I can see the difference. If I put my S8 Plus against it, I can see the difference, especially when you're playing back video. If I'm playing back Netflix, if I'm playing back YouTube, especially YouTube, and the cameras, they're good. They're much improved from what they were before when it first came out, but the cameras, they're grainy. You know, when you zoom in on the image, you can see graining. I'll show them a video examples of what I'm talking about. I mean, the problem is, you know, when you've used a Samsung phone,
right,
or something, or a U11 or an iPhone or whatever, you get used to that higher tier of camera.
Yeah.
It's difficult to go backwards, and you can't accept graininess. You can't accept any kind of fault.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I mean,
you know, I agree with you. I mean, I look at like having the Sony XZ Premium. Oh my God. That device right there, the Sony XZ Premium, when I reviewed that device and I still got it, I don't, you know, I switched so many phones, but just looking at that phone and watching 4K content on it, and then going maybe to a 1 Plus, maybe going to a 1080p screen, it just like night and day to me. And a lot of people that say, oh, well, you know, easy 1080p and 2K or Quad HD or whatever they call it is no different. And I tell you, it is a difference to me. You know, taking it that I got, you know, 1,000 phones sitting behind me, and I, you know, this reviewing phones, it just, man, it's just the screen is got to be king supreme. And I tell you, talking about the Galaxy Note 8, that screen is absolutely amazing. Oh,
it sure is. I'm loving it, man. It's beautiful.
Oh man, but look, Jay, we was at the press event. I'm looking at that screen like, oh my God. I mean, it is way better than the Galaxy S8 in my opinion. And I mean, I'm putting it up there with the Sony XZ Premium, man. I mean, that screen is gorgeous. What you think about that, Jimmy?
Well, I like it, man. And the thing is, you know, with you mentioning it and everybody else mentioning it's great, is you got to remember DisplayMate is the company that does all the reviews of all the different displays, man. And they gave it the best display that has ever been created. And just hands down, you got to think about it, Samsung, man. It's, you know, what TV do you have in your house? More than likely, a lot of people will say Samsung. And if not, you know, it could be an LG, it could be a Vizio. But, you know, Samsung's been #1 in TVs for over a decade, and that's for a reason. You know, Apple, you know, they want to switch over to the OLED display. That's for a reason. So
Right.
It's just hands down. Nobody can say, you know, it's not a great screen. Samsung has literally the best display, and DisplayMate, you know, they're no joke. They're a great company, and they rated it #1.
Yep. Mr. JWill, what you think about that screen on that Note 8, man? I mean, we've been having it for the last 24 hours, and woof.
Man, I don't know that I would rate it the best. I guess that's a tough statement because, you know, like you, we pretty much everybody on the stream, we have all the latest phones. So what I will say is great though, and where it does do the best at is the way they built it square. Like the phone itself is a square phone, and it's got that 18:9 ratio. That is just gorgeous. I mean, and I say that in because of the Galaxy S8 Plus. Someone asked me, was the Galaxy S8 Plus? What they said was it's the same. I was like, nah, not after having it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's one of those phones you got to actually pick it up. It's a lot of the people who don't have it yet, and they're just watching reviews and they're going off of that. They're living vicariously through the reviewers. But I'm telling you, once you have it in your hand, like this right here, when I pick it up, once you have it, man, it is just it's tough for me to call it the best. But what I do like about it is huge. It's squared off. It's kind of narrow. It's enough to handle in the hand. And depending on what content you're looking at, it could be considered the best. But I'm still in favor of the 16:9 ratio. I'm not in favor of this 18:9 ratio because I don't like to crop the screen and all that kind of stuff. They very well could have done a flat. Yeah. They very well could have done
have either way.
Flat version of this, and you know, a flat screen and not did curved and did 16:9 and still had a 6.3-inch display. because I already had to take off my tempered glass. It's it didn't work. I got another new one on the way. The tempered glass was good and everything, but it's, you know, with curved screens, you know, after a day or so, the touch sensitivity kind of changed a little bit, and so you know, it just wasn't as crisp as it is without it. But the display is fantastic. I'm not going to go on record and say it's the best, only because now as far as clarity goes and stuff, yeah, it's actually it's beautiful, but I'm not a fan of the 18:9 first. I like the 16:9 first. The display quality is fantastic, top notch, and I think it's fantastic, man. No matter what I put on here, it's just great. So yeah, I mean, but I think a lot of people are still in favor of the 16:9 ratio. But as a guest, we don't get to pick what we want, right? We got we gotta buy. We gotta buy what they say. Have you guys talked about the pricing
On the what?
on the Note 8?
Yeah, we touched base on it a little bit. You could categorize it. You could talk a little bit more about it.
What I wanted to say is, why are so many people acting brand new? Like they didn't know it was going to cost them $900 or $1,000. Again, I've been kind of going at it with people in my comments, like, yo, you know, it's not like the iPhone's going to come out and they're going to say it's $1,000. Well, my current iPhone is $1,000. I got a 256. I got 7 plus. I mean, $1,000 over $1,000. Why are people acting brand new with the pricing of the Note 8 when you can really get it for $500? Like if you do a trade-in, if you're a Note 7 owner, and if you're not a Note 7 owner, yeah, you did just touch on this a little bit. They give you like $300 off on a trade-in. Best Buy is just giving $150 off, period. You know, you still get all the goodies, but I don't understand why people are acting as though this is something new, that this phone costs $900 plus tax. Why are people doing? I don't know. I think the blow-up jokes, the explosion jokes are old, and the pricing thing is old already.
But because we really been talking, as tech reviewers, been talking about the pricing of the Note 8 for months. It's not a secret that we've been talking about that the phone. Actually, we say that the phone was going to cost $1,100. So it actually came in a lot cheaper than we speculated. And to me, I say this again: if you paid $960 for a Galaxy Note 8, shame on you. That's all I got to say. There's no way. Right now, with all the deals that's going on with the Galaxy Note 8, if you don't, it's no way. I can see $700, probably the highest you might pay for it right now. I mean, look, T-Mobile got buy one get one right now. I mean, I've heard that they give you a $960 a credit card in the mail for the device.
That's a good buy though, man. They're actually not doing those monthly credits on that. They're actually giving you the price of the phone on a Visa or MasterCard or something. That's high right there.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah, and if you're in the United States too, you know, on Sprint, you're able to get it at 50% off with a new line.
Wow.
You know, and here's the thing is and the thing about it too is that if you switch in your phone number, you know, I wouldn't tell everybody this, but I'm going to say it on the live stream. But shoot, just go into Sprint and just tell them that you want to get a new number. That right there is a new line. You just got a half off. You don't need to keep your number forever.
Oh wow!
You can always just update it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
You just gotta think about it. You know. Remember what's inside this phone too. Like remember when the original Razr came out? You know, the flip phone way back in the day was originally like $650, and they knocked it down to $300 or $350 after a week.
Yeah.
We had a 0.3 megapixel in that phone. Couldn't do nothing. So here we are with, you know, the Note 8 that has dual lenses on it. It has a big battery in there. It's got the S Pen that, you know, no other phone is able to do. You also have, you know, with those cameras, it's able to do stuff that the DSLRs are not able to do. A DSLR could do. And that right there is about $1,000 as it is. So when you really think about it, you're buying your phone, you're buying your camera, you're buying your wallet that can hold your credit cards that's more secure. You got your wireless charging. Phones can do so much more now than what they could a few years ago. And then the great thing about it is that, you know, when you keep getting these new phones rolled out by Samsung and Apple, you know, they're not going way up in price from phone to phone to phone. You know, they have all the manufacturing that's already put into place. And so you're really actually getting a really good deal for $960 with this device. I don't really care what people say. They're just hating on it, but honestly, just get over it. It's a phone. Just get used to it.
I remember back when the iPhones first came out, and I remember paying $600 and $600 for this phone Remember that? $600 for this phone. And we're talking about an iPhone back then, long time ago, and these phones was over $600, and you had to pay for them out because they didn't have to put the $199 down and paying every month. You had to pay them out. And this is what I'm saying, like for when we talk about pricing and stuff, you know, us YouTubers, we always try to, you know, put the rumors out there. We talk about it. And these are the two devices, the iPhone and the Galaxy Note, are the two devices that we've been talking about for months and months and months, and now we getting it, and now everybody, oh my God, it costs $1,000. I'm saying to myself, you got to be kidding me, right? You got to be kidding me. Like, you got to be kidding me. I'm like, you guys, come on now. You got to be kidding me. You didn't know that this phone was going to cost $1,000. I know I've been talking about it until I've been blue in the face. And I'm saying to myself, now the phone release and people hitting the comments, will it explode? Will it explode? I'm like, you got to be kidding me. No. I mean, like,
it's not going to explode.
Yeah, no, it's not going to explode.
Yeah, it won't explode. I mean, here's the thing about it, you know, too, is that, you know, Samsung has already came across, and things that I always say too is, you know, number one, they knew exactly what caused it. You know, if you know exactly what caused it, it's never going to happen again. You know, step number two is that they made the 8-point safety checkpoint instead of 3. So you have all these other companies out there, all the other manufacturers, LG, HTC, everybody else, who has 2 or 3, you know, steps to it. So you can stab those things and they're still going to explode. It doesn't matter which phone it is. But if you take the Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, and then the Note 8, you know, they go through a puncture test with the 8-point safety checkpoint. And so they're not going to explode. So the last point of it is, look at the Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus. Not one phone has ever been returned for the exact same issue as the Note 7. That right there is the, you know, the answer in the pudding. It's the Note 8 will not have the issue because it's the same battery that's in the S8 and the S8 Plus. And it's just that simple.
Right. And so I want to give a shout out to Samsung Shield for giving in the super chat. Thank you very much, guys. The super chat is wide open. If you like what I'm doing on this YouTube channel, go on and give a little support. You know what I'm saying? In the VIP section, hey, listen, I got the link down in the description. If you want to become a VIP and support this YouTube channel, support the cause. This is Truth and Justice. Hashtag no fluff, no passes. Right here at Easy Computer Solutions. Thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah. And I mean, go ahead. Say what now?
Commission. You're gonna split that 4 ways, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's $5 a piece, man. I want my $5. UK.
Hey, so as we talk about the Pixel, let's go on and touch bases a little bit on this essential phone. I mean, finally, after what, 9 months? I'm sorry, about 2 months, we finally started to get the essential phone. And it's not as essential as they say. What's your thoughts about the essential phone, Zillia?
I'll be honest, I wanted to get one. I did want to get it, but you know, the import fees and everything, and the chance I may never see one materialize. And then if you guys have got issues in the US trying to get hold of them, what chance have I got in the UK trying to get hold of them?
Yep.
And no way. That whole customer service thing has put me right off from even thinking about the phone. I mean, it looks like a nice, well-built device, but number one, it's probably too small and realistically, and the cameras, from what I'm seeing, don't look particularly great to me.
Yeah, a lot of the YouTubers that I've seen, you know, the Michael Fishers and stuff like that, they really didn't like the cameras. So, Jimmy, do you got the essential phone or no?
No, I do not. I'm not really too interested in that device. You know, I'm kind of around with the Samsung world. You know that?
Yeah, yeah.
But no, I'm really not too interested with that one. I haven't read up too much with it. But from the little bit that I've read, it's just not too interesting to me.
I think what happened was Essential really wanted to go for build quality versus functionality. I mean, they really didn't put nothing in the device. So as far as, you know, super stock Android, I mean, I've heard the thing got 16 apps. That's it. You know, I've been hearing subpar cameras, you know, obviously stock Android. But, you know, the interesting thing about the Essential phone that I was kind of looking at is a YouTuber say that when they talk to Essential about the cases, there's no cases for the device. I mean, I've seen a few little raggedy cases here and there on Amazon. But the whole thing about the cases is that if you put a case on it, you can't use the pogo pins. That means you can't use the mod. So the device is not like the Moto type of devices, because Motorola has cases that you could buy for the Motorola devices. But for this device, if you put on a case, you can't use the 360 camera. And I never even saw the other mods. So all we saw was a 360 camera. So that's one thing. I like to have at least a clear case on my device. I mean, I've heard that it has a shiny titanium this and all that stuff like that, but it still scratches. So it's one of those things that I'm kind of concerned about it if I was to invest in getting the Essential phone. I didn't really plan on getting it. I mean, really nobody in my YouTube world really asking me to get it. So that's why I just passed on it. What about you, Jay? I know you're going to get it.
Yeah, I don't follow the crowd. I keep hearing a bunch of stuff about the cameras being bad, but again, I try to avoid watching videos on devices that I'm going to buy and review, and keep in my personal catalog. So if the cameras are bad, I'll say that they're bad too. If the processor is not that good, if just I haven't watched. I watched Cortex. That's the video that I watched actually. I watched his unboxing, and I didn't watch anybody else. Not for any particular reason. I just don't want to watch a lot of videos on things that I'm actually going to purchase, because indirectly in your subconscious, it can take your image a little bit. It can make you start to feel a certain way. Like I've been hearing all the stuff about the cameras being trash. Oh, and I watched NKBHD. I think I watched his. But other than that, I haven't watched anybody else's, and I'm not going to because I'm going to get it. I think it's, people are complaining about the price, but in all actuality, in my opinion, that hardware looks better than the Note 8. It looks better than several other phones that I have on the desk. And it's probably going to be stronger, right, because it's titanium. So there's a lot that phone is offering that it's just not, this is the same thing that happened with the U Ultra.
I know.
Trash. I still got my U Ultra, man. I love this thing. And I'm going to use it until the wheels fall off. I debranded, a long time ago. This is a great device. But all the people who listen to the people on the internet, which happens, these, certain people get online and start saying, this is what you're going to do, and this is what you shouldn't buy. And unfortunately, some people follow that. And I'm just not trying to hear it. I'm gonna get my own experience. I'm not going to live vicariously through another YouTuber. I'm going to do my own thing. And I'm going to just get the devices. And if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. And I'll get rid of it if I don't like it. But I got to give it a chance. A lot of people are complaining about the price. What's so bad about the price? From where I sit, I don't require wireless charging. I don't require waterproofing. And some people say, well, for $800, it better have this. I respect that. I don't require all those things in a smartphone because realistically, they're not all that to me. It's just a phone when you think about it. If it can't make phone calls or text message or email or get a good signal, it doesn't really matter. And if the build quality is good and the cameras are decent, I just try to set a realistic expectation for certain things. It's just a smartphone. It's not a MacBook. It's just a smartphone. So it's going to be limited on certain things, but I'm not worried about too much about what everybody else is saying about it. I'm just going to get it and review it myself, and I'll probably look like the outcast saying, "Oh man, I really like this rear camera." But you know what?
No, I don't think you're going to be the outcast because I was kind of looking at once it get released, really, like on Amazon or something like that. I was thinking about maybe picking it up. And look, and I'm with you as far as the price. I don't really look at this pricing thing that as being such a big deal, like how other people say it. I mean, I would review the phone. I paid how much I paid? Almost $1,000 for the Sony XZ Premium, right? I mean, God, that phone is $1,000, right? And I got that phone, and I'm reviewing that phone. I'm like, wow, this is $1,000 phone. And I've spent $1,000 on phones before, but I mean, I never spent $1,000 on a Sony phone. You know what I'm saying? But it turned out to be a pretty decent phone, great screen. I mean, I gave it really a good high marks when I did the review on it. And of course, I talked about, some of the challenging parts about the device. But overall, I mean, you know, a lot of people say, well, that was one of the #1 comments that I got in my YouTube channel. It's like, I ain't paying $1,000 for a Sony phone. Hey, listen, Sony probably saying, we know this already. I mean, Sony's already like, I think we know this already. Just like Apple. Well, Apple go release 3 phones, right? And they already know that people go complain about the price of the iPhone edition. Apple already know this already. Like, you know what? This phone is for the elites. If you don't want it, we got other phones that fit your price. We got the 7S or the 8S or however they go call them. Or if you want something for $129, get your iPhone SE.
Yeah. There's a little bit of credit in an area where it still doesn't really benefit the customer too much, but at least when Apple does release the products, they bring the current model at last. They're not raising their prices. Like the only one that's supposed to cost more is the so-called third model. And the other 2 are just going to fall in line, and they upgraded the memory. They gave us what we asked for. And, you know, I think a lot of people skip over that. I give them credit for that because, you know, in the new 512 model, I might go all out and get that if it's available. But, you know, Apple should be given a little bit of credit because they did listen for once. You know, they kept the prices the same and they gave you more. They doubled all the memory options. They gave you faster processors, gave you a little bit more. And for Apple, that's good.
Yeah.
They're not going to, I don't foresee them coming out with the models of the iPhone and raising all the prices because they doubled the memory down on it. You know, the lowest model now is supposed to be 64 gigs. And it's supposed to be 64, 256, and 512. At least that's what's according to my paperwork. But they're not going to raise the prices on it, I don't think. I don't think they're going to do the customers, they're not going to add on another $100 on top of that. Because then they have to, that means they'll be keeping the current pricing of the 7S, the iPhone 7, 7 Plus the same, which they won't do. You've seen the keynotes that every year they drop them down 100 or 200. Then they put the current phone at the last year's price, which they should be applauded for that.
Right. So, Jimmy, are you interested in reviewing any iPhones this year?
Man, I don't know about that one. I haven't really played with an iPhone lately. You know, I'm really kind of on the Samsung side of things with the device of my own personal opinion. I've tried the iPhone before. It really doesn't, you know, it's not me. You know, like I said from before, I am the Note guy. If once the moment I use a Note, I'm actually stepping back if I go into the iPhone. So the iPhone 8, let's say that they get the better screen, the better resolution. That's great. I've already had it. Let's say that they go for a larger, you know, storage. That's great. I already have it, and I can expand it. I actually have coming in the mail the 400 gig SD card from SanDisk. So I will have the world's largest. That's me, baby. So I'll have the world's largest, you know, micro SD card in my phone. So that's right there, something that I love. And also, I download a bunch of movies. I have a ton that's on my cell phone. And so with me having a Samsung TV, I just hit one button and it's on the TV. I don't have to have some Apple TV thing or some dongle where I have to turn on the TV, switch it to a certain source. You know, I like simple things. So I just hit one button on my phone and it's right up on the TV, man. So I'm not too much into the iPhone. And the thing about it is my subscribers, you know, they know for a fact if I'm putting up a video, it's going to be about Samsung or something similar. And then as well as some unboxing and reviews. So I'm not really going to move it all around there. I'm going to let the other YouTubers do that. Something what JWill said too is, you know, he doesn't really watch other videos of other YouTubers. Same thing here. I don't do that. I'm creating my own original content. And so I don't want to say anything that anybody else does. And so that's kind of how I create mine. And it seems to be working. But no, I'm not interested in the iPhone 8. I've already got everything that the iPhone 8 is about to have. I like my wireless charging. You know, I got my IP68. I got my expandable storage. You know, there's really no competition for me, anyways.
Hey Jimmy, doesn't that card cost $399?
No, it was $250.
$250. Which means that the current, I guess that's why you can get now. You get 128 gig for $34 now. Remember when that card was $199?
Yeah, man, yeah.
$34 now.
Yeah, I got a couple of the 200 gig, you know, SD cards from SanDisk, and I got those at a crazy good deal off Amazon Prime too. And here's the thing about LG that kind of, I guess we can say the words grind my gears. You know, in their marketing, they use, you know, some of the wording of, oh, you can expand our storage up to 2 terabytes. Yeah, in 5 years, bro. Not really. Here's the thing is, I want someone who's honest and sincere and actually stating it. And the cool thing about Samsung is I know for a fact that they're not going to say that you can expand the Galaxy Note 8, for up to 400 gigs. They're going to state the 512. So the moment that they make the 512, the storage capacity that's supposed to be made, not these in-between storages, that's when they're going to say that you can expand the storage up to, 512 terabytes. But right now it's going to stay as a 256 gig because that's the largest SD card that they create.
Right. And so
it's so big though. Do you really need we don't need 512 gigs on our phone. Obviously, I want to try to get the best that I can at the time, but we don't actually need that because some of us can barely fill up 50 gigs or something like that. At least speaking for myself, I like to have it just because, to be honest, because on those days, like when I'm traveling, if I don't take a MacBook or something to offload, to do something else on, that would come in real handy. That would actually be sweet. Depending on what, like if I'm traveling, my Note 8, I'll be going somewhere. I got somewhere I'm going coming up, and I'm just gonna take the Note 8 and my MacBook this time. I'm not gonna take anything else, maybe a battery, stuff like that. But I got 256 gig card in here, and so that's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? I can offload, thumb drive. That's a good way that I would use 400 gigs. I definitely would use it for that, or a 512 card.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, when you purchase let's say your solid state drives, I don't think anybody's buying a portable hard drive these days. They're going to probably go for, in my world of things that I look at, Samsung just talked about the T5. Then they also have the Samsung T3, the portable solid state drive. I'm not going to go out and I'm not going to buy, a 32 or 64 or 128. The lowest they make is a 250, and it's for a reason. It's because you have it for a while. And so when you look at something that's 400 gigs or even 512, it's not just going to be in your phone for the 2 years. You're able to transfer it from all your different devices, and if you wanted to, you can back up things on it. You can put a whole bunch of movies on there. I have a ton of movies that I've got on an SD card, and then I just kind of plug it into anybody else's phone if they want to have the video. And so it's just a way to store your music and your movies, and a lot of stuff is going to the cloud. But we're Americans, to be honest, and then you also got UK. You guys are in the building too. As human beings, let's put it that way. As human beings, we want the largest. We want the latest and greatest. And 400 gigs, I bought it. I bought it because I could say that I got the 400 gig SD card, and I'm gonna be one of the first YouTubers to review it. That's why I bought it. Not because I'm gonna fill it up.
Everybody fill it up. Add the 400 gig card real quick so we can beat Jimmy to it.
Yeah. Mine's already ordered, man, and Prime is on its way.
Hey, TechZilla. What's your thoughts about the iPhone? I know you said too tiny. Are you going to get the iPhone, or are you going to pass?
Right. To be honest, I'm going to get it just for the sake of my channel. But I've got the iPhone 7 Plus, 256 gigs sitting on my desk.
Collecting dust.
Yeah. When you get used to certain things with a device. I can't get used to iOS in the way the icons are laid out and the whole look of it. But I do prefer the apps on iOS over Android's apps.
All right, so I'm going to play devil's advocate. All right, and I like to play devil's advocate here. We've heard rumors that the next generation iPhone, maybe the iPhone edition, we've been hearing stuff about pencil support. Now, Apple been kind of tallying around with the iPad Pros with the pencil. And now it's been 2 generations now, and many iPad Pros have came out with pencil support. Now, we're hearing that the next generation iPhone, maybe this generation, will have pencil support. That means that they'd have to have pencil software. So this, again, playing devil's advocate, you think that the iPhone is going against the Galaxy Note with pencil support? Obviously, you got to have a smaller pencil. But Welcome Digitizer, pencil software, along with iOS 11. Woo! What y'all think about that?
They're going against Apple. If that's what they're going to actually bring to the table, that's what they're going to. They're going against Samsung, pure and simple. But how they're going to on the smaller iPhone, I can't see how you'd use a pencil effectively because the screen is too small.
Well, that means that They may be coming out with an XL. See, the thing about this keynote address this year is that it's a lot of secretive. I've seen y'all guys with the dummy units or whatever. But what if we got an XL, about a 6.4 inch, 6.3 inch device with pencil support? Because we've been hearing rumors that our device will have pencil support. So it's got to be different software. It's got to be going against the Note. I think, again, I'm playing devil's advocate, but there's rumors out there, stuff that we just don't know right now until the 12th. So
it's going to be a problem.
What you say?
I said it's going to be a problem for Samsung. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Now, you know, just as far as that pen software, let's be clear here. The S Pen is nice, but in actuality, which one is actually better for use? Not like productivity. Which one is actually, when you use it? Have everybody on this panel used an Apple Pencil?
No,
Jimmy,
I know you Apple Pencil.
Apple Pencil, and then use your. I mean, I'm not loyal to no company. Try an S Pen and try an Apple Pencil and watch what it do. I won't even spoil it for you.
Actually, let me adjust that. I did go into an Apple store, and I actually did play with the pencil, but it's just not inside the device. It's just something that's just going to be lost, just like their little AirPods.
Yeah, but what if they do that, though? What if they come with something like that? You can't tell me that it's not going to be a problem for Samsung. Because right now,
it'll be a good competition for sure.
It's about it. This little phone right here can give Samsung the business. Eric, where's yours at? This phone right here. If they were to capitalize on it, man, this phone can give Samsung the business. This phone has screen off. It writes on the screen just like it does a lot of stuff that the Note does. So
it copied and pasted. It copied and pasted everything off the Note.
The Note is good.
Yeah. So
competition.
And the other thing you got to remember too is, you know, which company you're going to buy something off of too. You know, Samsung's been doing it for quite a while. They've kind of mastered the S Pen. You know, and it is really good for companies to come in and do that. It just kind of shows off a little bit of what, you know, Samsung is able to do. And here's the thing: man, I say that a lot. Here's the thing. But if Apple was to come out with that S Pen, you know, and they do a little Apple Pen, go for it. Because all that's going to do is just raise the competition for Samsung, and then they're just going to do something that's even better. That's exactly what Samsung did to the world of Apple. When you think about it, you know, Steve Jobs is not going to be making a phone over 3.5 inches. And here we are with the iPhone having some large displays. So bring on the competition. I'm all for it. And if anything, it's just going to make the S Pen and the Samsung even better. So
and that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's good.
I actually reviewed the LG Stylo, and one of the things that I said that, man, the software on here has been copied and pasted, and this device here, and this is where LG need to really focus on. I've been saying this for a long time, and I don't understand that this phone is a very good for $200. I mean, this makes sure we understand for $200. I actually got many videos on my YouTube channel showing off the Galaxy Note versus the LG Stylo, and I tell you, a little TLC, maybe a better build quality, put a little muscle behind it, put some marketing behind it, and boom, man, this is a device that's a sleeping giant. But it's just like LG just don't want to do anything with it.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Which I think if Apple were to do the Apple Pencil, Tech, have you used the Apple Pencil? If Apple brings the Apple Pencil to an iPhone or something like that, okay, let's be clear. The iOS software is boring on a phone. I like it on a tablet, but on a phone, I lose interest like in about 2 weeks. But we already know what iOS 11 is going to do, so it's a little bit of an improvement. But if Apple was to capitalize on the Apple Pencil on the phones, let's be fair here. Samsung's going to have some real competition.
Well, personally, I think if they bring an Apple out, if they bring a pen out on their phones, I think a lot of people are going to have a problem, not just Samsung.
Yeah.
I not just Samsung. I think it's going to become a two-horse race completely, because LG is going to suffer, Huawei will suffer, HTC will suffer. Everyone will suffer down the line, and people are just going to go nuts. It's kind of like if Samsung does it, Apple will do it. If Apple do it, Samsung do it. And those two push each other forward. I mean, at the moment, Samsung's pushing Apple further, if you ask me. But when Apple catches up with what Samsung offers with their whole closed ecosystem, that's going to cause big problems because iOS's ecosystem is better than Android's ecosystem.
Yep.
And I think Android actually holds some of its OEMs back, in my honest opinion. That's just the way I feel. I think they could do a lot more, these OEMs, but because of the way Android's designed, there's too much fragmentation. I keep going on about it, but there's too much.
Well, you know what? I agree with you. And one of the things that I think we hear rumors, I don't know, we talked about this in our Telegram group. Is Google is going to make everybody run stock Android? I mean, did we hear that rumor like yesterday or something that Google is going to force OEMs to run stock Android or something, or maybe put a launcher that can be deleted or something on the devices? I heard that somewhere. I mean, you know what? You get all these rumors and blogs and stuff like that. But I seen that out there. I was reading about it. It kind of makes sense, and it didn't make any sense because of what Google is doing itself with the Pixel 2, with the smaller version 16:9, and then they're coming out with a bigger version that's 18:9. So they actually fragment their own devices. So I don't know. I think Samsung itself is doing. Wow. I mean, wow. Experience. I like Samsung Experience, by the way. I think that brings in a totally different dynamic to the operating system. I mean, you know, remember 2 or 3 years ago when we had TouchWiz and everybody used to complain about TouchWiz. And I mean, you gotta admit it that Samsung has done a wonderful job with the operating system. I mean, it's smooth as butter. It looks good. It's not too cartoonish. It works good. And when I put it on DeX, oh my God, I tell you, I just made that video like Sunday, and when I put it out, and man, DeX works like a charm on the Samsung device. It really does. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think all these, if Apple come out with a pencil, it's going to blow out a lot of things, because now HTC and LG, you know, they all looking like, okay, if Apple do it, why we couldn't do it, you know? And that's, I think Apple's going to do it. I think Apple's going to do it because they've been hitting for the last couple of years with the Apple Pencil. So I mean, it's like inevitable to bring it to the smaller phone.
It works on the 10.5 now. The 10.5 Pro, it works on that too. You know, so yeah. I don't know why they wouldn't do it. I hope that they do, though. I like the competition, man. I mean, Samsung is pretty much running the market when it comes to like the S Pen and stuff like that. And, you know, they control that because they created it. But for those that don't have the Stylo products, like the Stylo 3 Plus, that phone may not be on par as far as like performance and all the little techie stuff. But that stylus on that Stylo 3 is actually very functional. So if they can backdoor Samsung like that and pretty much take a lot of their features in the LG phone, imagine what Apple will do.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Look at Apple did with VR. Look how everybody freaked out and went crazy because Apple brought the thunder when they brought VR. I got brand new VR headsets that is in the box. I didn't even open. I tried them once or twice. Not really interested in it, but everybody, when you saw the Apple keynote, there's absolutely no way that you weren't watching that saying, "Whoa, man, that's kind of hot."
I was jumping up for joy, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the first time I actually said that was the best keynote I ever saw. I mean, when I saw them do AR and VR all in one keynote address, I'm like, damn, look at Apple that did it. Then all of a sudden, here we got Android that didn't put Project Tango on the shelf, and all of a sudden now Android is popping out with AR. I'm like, wow. I mean, they've been having Project Tango forever. You know, and all of a sudden, when Apple pulled that out of the sky at the keynote address, I mean, all of a sudden now Android is saying, I think we better get back into augmented reality.
Now, see, Eric, you just said something spot on there. Google on Android put it on the shelf.
Yeah.
You know, Tango, this is what Android and Google do constantly. Hangouts got put on the shelf. Allo got put on the shelves. How many messaging apps do they bring out? Then they shelf. They don't develop any. Then you've got Apple. They just use FaceTime. They keep the one app. They improve it to the point where it's perfect to use or virtually perfect. And this is the biggest problem. I mean, this is why Apple succeeds over a lot of the Android stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
The only people you heard Huawei is now officially _2 in the world.
Well, until this month. Until this month, right?
When the iPhones come out,
right?
When the iPhones come out, they're not going to be #2, I don't think.
Right.
But that's just, because Apple releases once a year.
Right. So before we continue, I want to give a shout out to Everyday Tech for the super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat, guys. The super chat is wide open. Go ahead on and see that $sign and go ahead on and hit that $sign and go ahead on and put you support the cause, you support the channel right here. These are true. There it is.
Commission, baby. Yes. We.
Man, I tell you what, do you think, by any chance, in the next couple of months, you think any OEM is going to pull out a device out the hat? I think OnePlus might do it, but I don't think nobody else going to pull a phone out the hat and other than OnePlus. Just to kind of say, hey, here we go. Y'all want the screen turned back up? Y'all want the 2K display? And here we go, the OnePlus 5T. There it is.
You have what, 18, you said 16 gigs of RAM?
Yeah. I said, look, I said this, but the OnePlus gonna come out.
Drive.
But you think about this, OnePlus is actually doing it to themselves, right? I mean, they coming up with all these high specs. That means in 2018, you have to put 10 gigs of RAM in it. I mean, you got to go with the 846 or 845 processor. I mean, you got to put a 2K display in it. I mean, it's like inevitable. You don't have a choice at this point because now you did raise the bar to 8 gigs of RAM. I mean, you got to go 10 gigs of RAM next year, right? I mean, because they like to win the spec war,
Yeah. To be fair, OnePlus phones they perform great. I sold mine, but it just every now and then.
OnePlus, why you sold me? Oh my God, you sold a OnePlus.
You old schools are the reason that I sold the OnePlus. Come on, man. Let me get this out. Let me get it out.
The reason why we. I'm gonna get. Oh Lord, I'm gonna get demonetized.
OnePlus 5 is because I felt like I have the U11, right? And the U11 to me so far is the best phone of 2017. It checks a lot of boxes for me. I've already been comparing the cameras to the Note 8. And I'll put the video out soon. I've already put a few samples out there, but the U11, I got my blue. I'm on the red one. I'm using the front camera of the red U11. The U11 checks more boxes to me than the OnePlus 5. And what happened is I'll sit in my office and I was like, I got to get rid of something. I just got stuff laying around. I got to buy some other phones. And I was like, well, I'll just sell it and pocket the money. And it sold really fast. I got top dollar for it. The OnePlus devices sell like Apple phones. You get a lot of your money back. But I just didn't see the need for the device. It was nothing personal, you know what I'm saying? I just kind of picked a phone that I wanted to get rid of because I'm not getting rid of the U11s, not getting rid of the Ultra, not getting rid of the Stylo, all the phones I'm keeping though. The S7 is all here to stay. This Galaxy S7, you guys know that's one of my favorite all-time devices. Boss device right there. And now I got the Note 8. So the OnePlus was just that device. It just happened to get put on the chopping block. It got put on the guillotine and the hammer went down and that was it. I didn't really have a reason that I hated it. It just was going to sit for a long time because I just got the red and I have the blue one too. I'd rather have two of the same phone in a different color than to have the OnePlus sitting on my desk. That's messed up, but it's the truth.
So I want to give a huge shout out to Technically T. Thank you very much for the super chat. Thank y'all guys very much for supporting the cause. Supporting the cause. Yeah. Truth and justice right here. No fluff, no passes. Right here on this YouTube channel. Y'all know one thing. It ain't we don't have no agendas here, and we ain't getting paid by the industry, and we like, oh, I can't say this, I can't say that, and but we are all guys here that's giving the truth about products, and I wouldn't have it no other way. I would have it no other way. And hey, it is what it is. I do really appreciate the super chat. And if you want to be a member of the VIP section, the link is down in the description. If you want to support the cause like what we're doing over here, Easy Computer Solutions, thank y'all very much. All right, let's get back into it. So OnePlus is gone. That's understandable, and you don't worry about it, Jay. In about another 2 months, you got the OnePlus 5T coming. So, all the flaws that they did with the OnePlus 5, with the upside down screen, with the jelly effect, and all that stuff like that, all that's gonna get fixed because OnePlus say we gonna fix this stuff.
Oh, the OnePlus 5 is nice, man. I got kind of frustrated. Gold one out after I got the black one. I was kind of perturbed. They did this to me twice in a row, man. Like every 3 months they're releasing them. That kind of upset me. So I was like, I'll sell this thing and get all my money back. OnePlus sell for top dollar though. You pay $580, you can get $500 for it like 2-3 months later. That's iPhone territory right there. The Galaxy Note 8, I guarantee the resale value is going to be like $400 in the next month or so. Right. That's what the Galaxy S8 Plus. No one's gonna want to spend that kind of money. And you know what? I don't know why. Because it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
Totally worth $500.
So Jimmy, let me ask you a question. What colors of the Note 8 do you have currently?
I just got the midnight black.
Midnight black. You know what? One of the things that I didn't like that Samsung did to us. Why, Samsung? Why you only give us one color for the unlock? Why? We want the blue one. I mean, bring the blue one. Bring the other colors, man. Don't you notice that these OEMs do this? And it did happen to me in 2016. Samsung released the Galaxy S7 Edge Blue Coral in December of 2016. I was like, and I bought one. I'm like, man, it did like, 3 months later, here come the Galaxy S8. But why they do that? I mean, why they showcase the colors? Look, me and JWill, we at the event, we holding all four of the colors like it's butter, right? And all of a sudden, go on Samsung website and you can only get one device.
Yeah, I don't really know what caused it. It could be a whole mixture of things. It could have been, maybe the two main colors that sold. It could just be, controlling all the SKUs within the stores. But I really don't know on that one. And the great thing about that too is that they might be able to bust out one of those colors that you've seen at the show. Maybe a little bit later on, down a couple months down the road. So I don't know.
Yeah, that means I got to break out. I got to break out $1,000 bucks. I mean, by the time a couple of months down the road, I mean, you best believe it ain't gonna be no more deals and super deals and buy one get one freeze. All them gonna get out the window. So they come out with a blue one, and I want that one. They're like, "Yep, $960 plus tax, please."
yeah, you just might gotta just put a skin on that. So most people have cases anyways. They put skins on them. The front of the phones are black anyways because when you really look at the phone, you got to look at also how it's being manufactured, and there's not a lot of space that they're able to kind of change the color all around all the different sensors and everything else. So when you really think about it, I like the color black anyways because it's just sleek, but it also just, when the screen is off, it blends in with the side of the phone as well too. So you're really only paying for the back cover. You might as well throw a skin on that.
Yeah. Hey, and I like that you got the clear cases. I love those clear cases. That's what I put on all my devices. Woohoo!
Tech 21.
Tech 21. There it is.
Yeah, I got Tech 21 sent me their screen protector. They sent me their Evo wallet. They sent me the clear case, and then Spec sent me over one of these SKUs here. This bad boy that's not on Amazon just yet, but I'm sure this color code will come soon. And then I got a few other ones too that I'm also doing some reviews for.
Cool. Now, Jay, you covering up that beautiful device with a solid black case, man. Come on now, Jay, you gotta get you a clear case, man.
I don't, and to piggyback what Jimmy said, they actually can change the color because it's just a matter of the glass on the front. LG did it. It's just a matter of the glass. When you lift that glass surface, they can change that color. But, I don't rock with their cases, man. I just gave away 3 of them last night on my live stream. I gave them all. What's the name sent them to me? Rinky sent me all of their clear cases, and I gave it away to everybody last night. And I actually have some. I'm rocking with the solid black. I actually like this Onyx, Rinky's Onyx case. And I think it's hot. I think the black just makes it look. A clear case on a blue phone, yes. A clear case on a gold phone, any other color but black. I just don't like clear cases on it.
Well, Zillia, he made a video about all the cases, huh? I mean, what this video? He did like a 30-minute video.
It's like 45 minutes, 3 hours. I was watching it.
I mean, I've uploaded my Spigen video case right now, so that's gone live. Can you imagine? It's a 35-minute long video on a case.
Hey, show us that dummy unit of that the Galaxy Note 8. You got the Samsung. Wait, what is called? I got that. Samsung. Look at that. Oh my goodness, Samsung.
Roll.
I should try and sell this on eBay. Just sell it on eBay. Samsung.
Wow.
What do you get your
20 pounds?
Yeah.
It looked fake in the back.
He's fake as fuck. Look, the color here is wrong. You know what they did? They sent me this, right? And you know what they threw in the box with this? If I can find it, hold on. They threw me in a fake, a dummy iPhone 8 as well, a gold one.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, here it is. I've got it here. Hold on. They threw this in with it as well.
Well, that does look a little fake.
But hey, you have to find a solution, because if I wait till Friday to do my videos, I'm going to be so backlogged with videos I need to do. Because in the UK, we ain't getting no Note 8 early. We have to wait until the 15th. It's like,
but y'all gonna get the best Note 8. Y'all getting the Emperor edition, the 256 gig, 20 gigs of RAM or something in that thing, huh?
No. Not in the UK. In Europe, we don't get the Emperor one. That's Asia only.
Ah, okay.
We get the dual SIM version and the gold version in the UK.
Damn. So why Asia get the special version? I mean, they were the first ones that got the BlackBerry Key 1 Midnight Black.
Well, I just got sent an email from BlackBerry offering the Midnight Black Key 1. I'm thinking, why are you trying to sell it now? It's too late. Too late. What? Why are you emailing me now?
I mean, the BlackBerry Key 1 is probably a good device. I mean, I don't know. They're coming out with a new one. I mean, rumor has it that they could come out with one without a keyboard.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you, it's rumorville.
What was it called? BlackBerry Storm or something? You remember the
BlackBerry Storm was hot in its day. It was before its time. You know?
Yeah, the screen literally is a giant button. The screen was literally a giant button.
Yeah.
That's what it was, man. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was funny because I tell you what, when I remember, I actually had a BlackBerry Storm, and it feels like the home button on the Galaxy S8. When you push it down, you feel like clicking this, but the screen actually moved on that device. Oh man.
Yeah. I remember that. This is way back before I got into YouTube and stuff. I remember buying that BlackBerry Storm or whatever it was, and I thought, what the hell is this?
I mean, you couldn't even type on the thing.
I thought stuff was going to get caught in between the screen and the phone.
Yeah. Hey, it was so funny that device, the typing on it was a pain because you have to wait till the glass actually rise as you was typing.
Yeah.
You have to click it, and you have to wait till the screen rise. It was terrible, man. Did
you ever try and play games on that?
The second version of that phone, it was actually a lot better. Remember, they made a part 2 to it. It was actually pretty good. It was a lot different. It was good. It was still.
Man. So doesn't Samsung, Jimmy, has some other devices that's not the US? They got the because everything is called Galaxy, by the way. They got the Galaxy A5 or something that's got 6 gigs of RAM. Because the Note is not the first Samsung device with 6 gigs of RAM in it. Don't they have like the Samsung Galaxy A5 or something that has 6 gigs of RAM in it?
I'm not really too familiar with the A5
Yeah.
with it being overseas. But yeah, I don't believe it was the very first one. No.
No, it was a C9 Pro that's got the 6 gigs.
6 gigs and 64. Yeah, they're bringing out the good. You should be loaded up, Tech. All the good stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to get that, but it's kind of nearly a year old now, so it's kind of. I can pick it up for what, 300. It's still a good device by all accounts, but if you're going to have a Note 8, do you want that? It's kind of that sort of.
So the bottom line is, if you pick up a Galaxy Note 8, that's basically the device that you're going to hold on to the next Galaxy Note 8. I mean, they did so much with this device. I mean, you got, and I say this a lot, you got a smartphone, then you Galaxy Note. I mean, look, I made videos about my Note 5, and you know, I got all the Note devices, and man, I tell you what, the Note 5 is my daily driver. Now, I might review other phones, but I always go back to my Note 5, and I use it for business. And I make a lot of business videos about the Note 5 running Windows 10. And look, let me answer the question that I made a video Sunday about the Note 5, and I was running Windows 10 on it. Now, this is not the first time I've made videos with the Note 5 with Windows 10 on it. And I said it in the video that I was running VPN remote server on the Note 5. And I get 100,000 comments. Please make a video on how to run Windows 10 on the Note 5. I'm like, you can't run, you cannot install Windows 10 on a smartphone, folks. And that was one of the, and I made sure I said it in the video like 3 times. It obviously goes back to people don't watch your videos, or they don't listen, or maybe they saw 2 seconds of the video. That's why I don't get the views. And I'm just wondering why, you know, when people don't watch the video, like I made the video of the 5 things that I don't like about the Honor 8, right? That's like my trending video. I mean, I'm getting 1,000 views or plus a day on that video. But it's not the 5 things that I hate about the device. It's 5 things I liked about the device. And I talked about it, you know, in the video. But when people saw the thumbnail, they already assumed, and then all of a sudden they bashing me in the comments. Why you hate that phone? It's the best phone on the planet. And I'm like, yeah, I think it's a great phone. But why you saying 5 things you don't like about it? I'm like, please watch the video. And I know you get that a lot, JWill. I know you do. And Jimmy, you got 60,000 subscribers. I know the trolls impact your YouTube channel all day and all night, because I know it's because I only got 14,000 subscribers. You see what I'm saying? You got 60. JWill got 50. I mean, how many you got, TZ?
Near to 10,000 now.
Right, and I know I got 3 YouTube channels, and I know for me, when I'm going, I go to sleep at night and I wake up, I got 300 comments, and 60 of them are trolls. And I was like, you got to be kidding me! I mean, they curse you out, they call you all kinds of bad names. You know, I mean, you know, it's crazy. Do you get that awesome trollness on your channel?
Yeah, man, I get pretty much a mix of everything. But pretty much what my goal is on the channel is to not have that much percentage of the thumbs down. So usually, you know, it's a good month when I'm at about, you know, 25,000 likes and then 150 dislikes. So that's pretty much what I kind of go for. But it kind of depends on, you know, what video you're making. A lot of times it's so funny when, you know, you even pin a comment on the very top to give an update, and you also even update, you know, in your description, because I've had a few people that's like, oh man, my phone doesn't even do this, thumbs down, and my comment, you know, could be like, you know what, I'm sorry about that, but there's about 4 updates since the time I've uploaded this video. So, you know, yeah, you get the trolls all the time, all day, and so I used to make it to where I'd have to read the comment and then approve of it. And then I stopped it because I just couldn't keep up with it. And I thought I was going to be able to actually read every single comment and go through it. But, you know, waking up, like I posted a video the other day that got like 50,000 views in about a 2-day span. And it got about 300 comments. I'm like, man, I can't keep up with that. And that was just one video. So I just do my best. So what I do is for the first 48 hours, I watch the video very closely with all the comments, trying to see what people ask. I give them their answers right away. Then after that, I'm kind of on to the next one because I try to upload a video every single weekday. But it's a little hard when you have just a normal 9 to 5, 10 to 6 job like I do. Single parent, or not really single parent, but, you know, taking care of kids. And then basically all my YouTube is right now. I do actually YouTube from 9 p.m. until midnight. And so I go to bed with a video exporting or a video uploading, and then I just wake up in the morning, make sure it looks good with my end screens, and I go on with the day and read the comments of what people say.
Yeah. Well, what you think about that, Jay? I know you get tons of them all day. What you think about that?
Man, I just try to roll with it. I think my videos comments, because I'm probably the only one on the street that don't work a 9 to 5. I mean, technically I do, but it's at my own. You know, I do when I want to do it. But yeah, I keep control of my comments. I actually read nearly every comment. On this stream right here, I've been reading comments and deleting comments. And for me, it's just kind of been, it's a habit. I'm deleting serious trolls, like, oh, you N-word, or you're punk. I delete that stuff like that. Unfortunately, that's what I have to deal with. That's keeping it real. That's what I'm deleting on my channel. I'm deleting a bunch of racist comments or people just coming onto the channel. I don't even see how that's possible, but that's what I'm dealing with. 100. That's what I'm dealing with on YouTube. That's all I deal with on YouTube is either I look like Floss, or I'm trying to be like Flossie Carter, or, you know, I don't belong here. Just all that kind of nonsense like that. A lot of the stuff I delete has nothing to do with technology, and I have a tech channel. If anything, it's just kind of more surprising that I have to deal with stuff like that. But I just try to filter out. It's easier for me to deal with the comments because I'm not going to a 9 to 5. I read every comment that hits my channel. I get a lot of comments, and I delete what I don't want. And that's kind of where it's unfortunate that I've been dealing with that since I've been on YouTube. Not really. Once you get to a certain, once you pass, I told you this, Eric, once you pass like 25 or 20,000 subs, you're going to see what it is. Like now you got like 14. Tech, you got like 10. The more your door swings open, like you hear Jimmy saying, hey, I got this sent to me, I got that sent to me. That's where I'm at. I get a lot of music. I get a lot of products in my channel.
Let me ask you a question. You using what device you using for your audio? Because your audio is fading in and out.
It might be a connection. I don't know. I'm uploading and streaming and working. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff. The U11, no mics or nothing.
Okay, because your mic is going fading in and out as you was talking. I be hearing it, then all of a sudden we hearing like it's going out and stuff like that. But I do know the gist.
Yeah, but getting a lot of products in, yeah, that's where I'm at. But what I was telling you, when you get to like 20,000, depending on how your YouTube channel is going, the bigger you get, the more headaches you're gonna have to deal with. Like it's a different kind of troll. Like Jimmy, do you have to deal with racist comments? Or do everybody just kind of troll on the product that you have? Because I get trolled on products and my race. And that's just 100. I'm just being 100. That's what, I don't even see how those go together. Like, why are people worried about the nationality of my wife or my nationality, or, you know, how many kids I got? I'm talking about a cell phone. And unfortunately, that's how it is for some YouTubers. Like I say, either I look like, I'm trying to be like Floss, or, you know, shout out to Floss Carter, by the way. I'm trying to be like him, not original, or I'm deleting something stupid comment. And I often wondered, what other comments what kind of trolling do you actually deal with, Jimmy? That's what I'm doing. It's kind of annoying, but that's another reason why I have to read every comment.
Well, yeah, I definitely don't get the racial stuff, and you know, I'm sorry that you get that, but it totally sucks. A lot of times with my comments, it'll just be talking about Apple versus Samsung. You know, it's another world of some crazy comments going there too. And because, you know, a lot of people, if they know my channel, you know, I'm not a huge reviewer of everything like you guys do, you know, and a few people I'm reading the comments here, it's like, you know, oh, Jimmy, if he does the live stream, it'll be all about Samsung. That's right. There's so many different YouTubers in the world, man. Everybody has their own thing. And so mine just happens to be that I'm more of a trainer when it comes to Samsung phones. Actually, what started my channel was I was playing with the Note 1. And I was like, man, I want to show the world what you're able to do with this S Pen, you know? And so I randomly made a channel and I called it Jimmy's Promo because I was doing promotional work back then. And so I just kept going with it. And then here we are today with all these different videos I do for Samsung, and you know, and I dig it. And so a lot of the comments I get is just between Samsung and Apple. And, you know, there's a few times where they'll say some random comments, but I don't let it faze me. It's been so many years that I'm reading all these comments, and I just see it and I let it go, because here's the thing about being a YouTuber is, you know, the algorithms and everything else that goes on is it all depends on your likes, your view time, your comments, and then the amount of views it gets almost instantly as well too. So I let every comment be on there, even if if it was racial, if it was mean, if it was towards me, if it was towards the product, I let it be. And it actually does help with the numbers. And I will tell you too, Jay Williams, I think you're about there. You're almost at 50,000 subscribers, I believe. The moment you hit 50K, it's a brand new algorithm that you're a part of. So for me anyways, you know, I was maybe getting 80 subscribers a day. The moment I hit that threshold, every single day since then, I've been getting an average of about 350, maybe 250 subscribers a day. I'm averaging about 50,000 views a day. That's about 1.2, 1.3 million views a month. So the moment you hit that threshold, you're in a whole new algorithm. So yeah, I was able to gain that 10,000 subscribers in about 35, 40 days. So I'm just super excited.
Jimmy,
silver play button.
Jimmy, I gotta ask you. You said that you leave all the comments there, and I guess this is definitely like take Zillia. Do you get racist comments, or do your people stay on topic? Jimmy, it's funny that it's crazy that he leaves the comments. He leaves the comments. I can't do that though. I can't leave those comments on there because, for one, I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing it for fun. So maybe that's why I'm like that, and so I don't want to look at those things, and I don't want my subscribers to look at them. I don't want that to be the subject of my video. So I guess we're on a different plane field because I don't care about numbers. I don't care about getting a whole bunch of subscribers. I care more about just giving the products. If I were to shut my channel down tomorrow, it wouldn't affect me financially at all because I'm doing this because it's fun. There's money that I make, but I take the money and buy stuff for the channel. When you say you leave the comments, you're right. It does the interaction on the video, it does boost you up. Like when people search, if your video has like 1,000 comments and 2,000 likes, you're going to move further up the chain quicker when people type in Galaxy Note 8 S Pen. And if you're that one with all those likes and hits, you're going to move up faster. But I just can't even all those ugly comments on the channel. I don't take it personal. But when people start attacking people in the comments, I delete those too. And I guess I just have a different way to run my channel. I'm not at a point where I'm dependent on YouTube. I'm not saying you are, but there's a lot of people that are. They're actually dependent on YouTube for finances. And so you're right, Jimmy. More interaction on a video, you do move up the chain faster, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to continue to delete. I don't care how many subscribers I get. 200,000, I'm still going to delete all those stupid.
One of the things that, like, again, check your audio. A lot of people leaving comments saying that your audio, and I hear it. I know we all hearing it, that your audio is going in and out, JWill. So check your audio. But one of the things that I do on my YouTube channel is I leave a lot of the comments because, again, like we all do a variety of different phones. Like I do comparison videos, and you know, I buy all the phones. I mean, from Samsung to HTC to LG, and I kind of make videos about, you know, everything. And to kind of piggyback up, I do tend to leave a lot of comments in, but what happens a lot on my channel, just like with JWill, we get a lot of racist comments. I mean, I get called the N-word pretty much all day in some of the comments. Very bad at the comments. And then what happens is, for us, this for me, is that if you leave that one racist comment in, then you're going to have a chain. Everybody's going to see that it's okay to call, to say the N-word in the comment. Then you get about 50 comments that's going to say that. It becomes a, oh, he can say it, then I can say it type comments. So I see what JWill, and I do it too. Once I see a lot of racist comments, I do delete them. And when I see people fighting in the comments, because we have that a lot, but we do versus videos. When we do a lot of versus videos, you have people that you have 200 comments going back and forth of people cursing each other out, calling each other names. Then a lot of racism going on. And I don't know what is it about the African-American people. We go through it, and I know JWill been going through it for a long time, and I've been on YouTube for 3 years, and it didn't happen to me until I hit about 10,000 subscribers. Once I hit that, I get the algorithm change a little bit for me because I am getting a lot of exposure. But the trolls just came in droves to my YouTube channel, and not only that, but the droves of trolls came in. A lot of the hate, and I give you a prime example. I did a video. I do these crazy, funny videos, funeral videos, all right? I do funeral videos, which I just have a phone, a little plastic casket, little candles, and I talk about the good, the bad about it, and I just put a phone in the casket and say it's done, right? Well, I did that to an iPhone, all right? And I got a phone call from somebody. I mean, it was like 13 numbers on the screen. I said, hello. Hey, man, you better get that off that doggone. I will kill you. That's an iPhone. You can't do that to an iPhone. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, right? It's a fun video. I mean, I was laughing and giggling in the video. But yeah, I mean, I get those type of things, you know, and the racism is real. I mean, you know, but we try to ignore it. But what happens a lot, you get those chain of events. You get one person saying it, then you got 50 people saying, Zillia, do you have that type of issue happen on your channel?
No. Hand on heart, since I started my channel, I have never had any racist comments.
Yeah, and that's just terrible. I mean, you know, I never thought that me being a black man would ever get those type of comments. But yeah, it comes in droves. I can imagine what Marcus Brown they go through, or some of the other. I mean, because he's a giant YouTuber, and I mean, he's a black guy also. And if I'm with me and Jay with 40 and 50,000 subscribers, and me with 14,000 subscribers, and we get tons of hate. I can imagine what he goes through.
Yeah, it's just like more money, more problems, more subscribers, more problems.
Yeah. Yep. So JWill, you change it up a little bit. I see you left and you come back, try to fix that audio problem.
I switched devices. That's all.
Okay. So now you're looking black and white.
Huh?
Oh, okay. So it's definitely a difference in picture quality. What phone you using?
I just switched to the U Ultra.
Okay. It's definitely a difference between the U Ultra and the U11.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The U11 picture quality is fantastic.
Yep. All right. So we right almost at the top of the hour, guys. Before we get out of here, you know, one thing that I can tell you guys that this is the hottest tech season. It is what it is. This is what we do this for. I mean, you got Samsung, then you got all the hottest devices. This is the hottest season right now, and I'm stoked about it. And I'm gonna be, like I said, I'm gonna be with milk and cookies in my hand, waiting on my UPS man tomorrow. So and look. Me, I'm not going to do an unboxing of the device. I mean, to me, I talked about this in my Telegram group. I said, you know what, unboxings a little bit. If you don't get if I got the Galaxy Note like a month ago, I could see me doing an unboxing of it. But today, doing the unboxing of it tomorrow, I don't think I'm gonna do an unboxing of it. I mean, we already know it's a phone, it's the headphones, and that's it. So I'll probably just go straight into the review period with it, have some fun with it, make some unorthodox videos like I always do, and just go from there. But I probably won't do an unboxing. I will have the device, and I probably post some pics and all that stuff, as we all do, you know, on the web. But hopefully, I have the device. And I mean, look, my Galaxy Note 5 been a champ for a very long time. And you know what's so funny? When I had the opportunity, when I went on Samsung website, and it's like, okay, you could trade in a Galaxy Note 5 or S7. And so I'm saying to myself, well, dog, I got a couple of them. I mean, I got like 2 Galaxy Notes. I got 3 Galaxy S7s. I got like 3 Galaxy S6 Edge Pluses over here. I got a lot of Galaxy phones. So it was no problem for me to give up one. I'm like, all right, cool. I can any, mini, mighty, mo, you know, because I got 2 Galaxy Note 5. So I would always have one, even when I give up one. So, I mean, think about it. At the Galaxy Note 5, you can get it for like $300. So it ain't like it's too expensive.
Yeah, it's a good buy.
Yeah, it's definitely a good buy. All right, so TechZilla, let you have the floor. Let everybody know before we get out of here where they can reach you at, where they can find you, and
yeah, cool. I think most of the people here watch my videos anyway, from what I see. TechZilla, you can follow me on Twitter, Google Plus, Facebook, wherever. I'm not fussed. You know me. Pretty chilled out.
TechZilla. All right, Mr. Jimmy, again, I really do appreciate you coming out. Let everybody know, and I'm gonna leave all these links in the description, guys, to everybody YouTube channel after we close out here. Let everybody know how they can reach you and all your social media.
Yep. So pretty much everything is the exact same Twitter handle and Instagram. So everything is at Jimmy is Promo. So you can even find everything on YouTube if you just search Jimmy Promo. But you got my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Tube, just Jimmy is Promo.
All right, cool. And Mr. JWill, the almighty JWill. All right. Let everybody know how they can reach you, sir. All your social media, ZTE in the building. There it is. Wait, that's a new device there, huh? Woo, you can't show it off. Are you under embargo, sir?
This says ZMAX. It's already released. It's good to go. But yeah, it's your man, Mr. J.L. Williams, everywhere. Social media, same thing. It's Mr. J.L. Williams everywhere. This is my ZMAX. I wanted to show mine off because I got a couple of extras. When I hit 50,000 y'all, brand new. When I hit 50,000 subs, I'm trying to figure out what I want to give away. I got like 7 or 8 smartphones. I'm gonna do a live stream. I got a bunch of stuff to give away. So this is mine. I'm thinking about doing something with these 2 right here. They're already unlocked too, so that way I can please a bunch of people. But it's your man JWill. I love to give. You know how it goes down. I had a couple of videos dropping after this stream, so be sure to check that out. And yeah, Mr. J. Williams, all social media. It was fun being on the stream. Hey, nice to meet you, Jimmy. I already know you. Nice to kick it with you again on the stream. Hopefully we'll do it again.
All right, guys. And again, I really do appreciate that everybody came out and listen. We try to do these streams, and right now for Saturday, guys, I don't know, it's kind of up in the air. You know, we got that storm that's out there right now, so all our hearts and prayers goes out to the people in Florida, and we still praying for people in Houston, but they're saying that the storm may go up north a little bit and tear up and you know, kind of rip apart Florida. But still, I'm in Louisiana, so I am watching this storm very closely. I do not play around with Mother Nature, so if it does hit the Gulf, I probably won't have a stream. So because I gotta get me and my family out. But if all is well, you know, I probably will have the Saturday stream. Try to get some special guests on because I love inviting people on so we can talk about tech and everything underneath the sun. So, so stay tuned. It's your boy Eric from Media Computer Solutions, and I appreciate my panel of guys that came out, man. Man, it's always a pleasure. It's always a joy. If y'all guys always go and watch their channels and see what it's all about. And if you like my channel, go and hit the subscribe button. And I just dropped a video today, so check it out. All right, guys. See y'all Saturday. Peace.